pop this shit at. So it's all a big 360 circle, man. And we're just blessed to have even seen the 25th anniversary as Smiff N Wessun. We got the chance to do that up in what's the name of that fucking theater right before this COVID shit hit. So you know, the blessings was fun. So we just thankful for that. And still here to keep rocking and keep going. Like from here right now, after we finish what they calling me now, we gotta get to my man Bristol. He's having a birthday. Bristol, the golden child from Junior Mafia. Okay. Big up all my peoples over there. You know, my peoples out in YO, the whole Brooklyn, Chicago. I love Chicago, man. It's so deep in history and roots back there that you gotta love it, man.
Man, thank you for that, man. Thank you. I mean, and I used to work for Reuters, and I always used to come to New York on a regular basis. I was there all the time, and Brooklyn was one of the places that felt like home for me, and I really appreciate it.
We ain't that far, man. 6 degrees separation, man. My brother Bane's out there, Johnny Small is out there.
Yeah,
my people's is so it's dope, man. It's just, I think it's just crazy, just the reckless violence that's going on, and that's not only saying out there. That's out here in Brooklyn too. That's everywhere across the world right now. I mean, like, I know this shit got to be done, but all I ask is just hit your targets, B. Just do what you
right.
Because these babies don't deserve that. They ain't even lived life yet.
Right.
So, you know, just do it right, man. Go to the range if you got to go to the range, and make sure when this revolution comes, because it is coming, that you go at these same motherfucking the real oppressors at that, keeping that same energy, because we gonna be on the front line with you.
Amen to that. Baines is my man. Tone Baines, that's my man.
That's my motherfucking brother right there. What's up?
Yeah, Tone Baines.
Shit, the last time we was out there in Bucktown, Pablo Baines brought it down.
That's my man. I remember he packed up about
is that
maybe
my
8.
Shit, or is that
That's you.
Oh man, I'm coming. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember he packed up and left Chicago and moved to Brooklyn about maybe 8 years ago. Maybe 8 years ago. So he back.
Oh, and him and Smalls?
Yeah, yep.
Niggas is crazy.
Yeah, that's bananas. You're right. It is. The whole world is definitely connected.
Yeah. But I mean, not to jump ahead because I got to start to get moving out here.
Right.
Just to let you know the things that we got coming up. I hope everybody out there heard the new Smiff N Wessun album, The All
is insane.
Life Wonder and the Soul Council, my brother Crisis, Big Rhapsody, has Victoria, Cash, everybody on the beats out there, the whole compound. Fuck it, I might as well just say it's supposed to be under wraps, but we about to go in and do part 2 of that.
Oh, so, that's dope.
Just prepare for that. On solo side of things, I got the Lost G mixes out right now, the Pandemic EP, which you can get at my website, techsmokylive.com, techsmithandwesson.com, Bandcamp. And we just here rocking, man. We just here. Y'all need anything from me, holler at me on the website. The internet, I don't fuck with Facebook. I hate that shit, but I guess they all connected, right? Twitter is Tech Smoky Lie. The Instagram is Tech Smoky Lie. TEKSMOKEELAH. And I'm back to it, man. We here.
That's what's up, man. Couple more questions before you go. I know you only have a limited amount of time. I had Walt on from the Beat Miners last week. And how did you get the ear? How did you guys get the ear for your music? Because you're one of the few groups that as soon as you hear the beat, you know who you're listening to, but it's never off or anything. It's never like sideways.
I mean, I guess, truthfully, you could say that we can credit that to our cat, man, the Beat Miners. Soundboy was actually a Helter Skelter track that they ain't want, so we took that.
Wow.
Again, coming from being in them Black Moon sessions, our ear was getting sharpened and tuned to that Muddy Water sound, and that Langston Hughes poetry sound with floorboards being torn up in the hood. I mean, that's how I was visualizing it.
Okay.
And it was just sharpening our skills and our horn and our ears to be able to hear certain elements inside the beat and make you pinpoint that out. Oh, I want to rhyme over that shit, or I want that to come in right here. I know my voice, because my voice was I used to always get made fun of until I was beating niggas up. My voice was squeaky Mike Tyson shit. So I'm not a big talker about it. So I know my shit sound good over there, or my shit sound dope over this type of music. And I got the best partner in the world, PNC Still. I wouldn't trade him for no one, man. I put our joints up against anybody at any given Sunday, any day.
Hey, no doubt. You guys go together like D and Ron, to be perfectly honest. It is very rare that you have two people on the exact same page all the time. The music is always immaculate. I don't even know how to describe it for the people who are not aware of you. I asked Walt this last week, and I understand, like I told him, I said, I understand all your music is like your children, and it's impossible to have a favorite one. But what I asked them was, which album are you the closest, or I asked them, which beat are you the closest to? Which album would you say is the one that you like the most? Not even the best, but it's just like, hey man, I laid it down on this album or whatever.
That's not really for me to say, man. That's for the people to say.
No.
That's for the world and whoever hears it to say. I love all of them. Like you said, those are all our creations. Those
right.
are restless nights. Those are arguments with our wives and not saying our kids put into all that shit. So
right.
Each one is just as important as the next one. It's just you always try to outdo yourself as your last, just like any other competition or any business out there. You try to get that bigger business deal, bigger than the last one you just signed, or you try to win the chip in fewer games. You just keep pushing yourself. So, I mean, again, we just blessed to be able to do it. So they all my babies, man. They all part of it. It's like the tattoos you rock. They all tell us a different story at a different part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So the Shining was when we was fucking babies and knuckleheads out here in these streets, or finding out, thinking that streets loved us, and the next album was letting us know the streets don't really love you. It's all about your clique and your family and who you keep in your circle. Day one is totally different from a real one. So you just got to know what it is and keep it close to you when you find it. Like, even that goes as far as your female companion, your wife, your girl, your lady, whatever you want to call it. If she a real one, let her go. If not, then fuck it, she belongs to the streets. Don't waste your time on it. That's what your homies, as even family will have you like that, man. Once you start finding knowledge yourself and knowing and getting goals, you'll see your circle gonna become smaller and smaller because motherfucker ain't gonna understand and be able to see your vision like you see it. So it's just what you want to do, know your lane and know what you want to do with it, man. Set goals and smash them shit.
That was a mouthful, bro, because and I relate to everything you just said, especially the end in regards to your circle getting smaller because people don't see what you see. And, you know, after a while, you get tired of trying to show people. So, yeah.
You can't always be the battery that's charging, giving up that dead battery, because your shit gonna fuck around and get the 30% itself, and ain't nobody gonna be there to give you that boost. You're gonna find yourself alone in the dark. Yeah. I mean, and everything you said, I'm looking at I wrote down the titles of your albums, and you see that in each one, especially The Rude Awakening. That from The Shining to The Rude Awakening, for what your explanation, The Rude Awakening, it's personally my favorite. It's my favorite. Okay.
But
I think The Rude Awakening was a very slept on album, though. It was accepted, but they didn't really think it was us. And then they was like, oh wait, maybe It sound like them. The shit they talking about is there, but it was slept on. I think Black Moon was so ahead of their time that we just jumped in right behind them.
Right. I was told, man, I couldn't have phrased it better, because that Rude Awakening album, everything that you talking about, I was thinking about this last night, thinking about the show today. I was riding around and I was playing the Rude Awakening, right? And I was like, this is an album that should have been released today, but you and Steele would have been at it with all the MCs today, because you'd have been holding the mirror up and they all would have been mad.
Hey, you can't look in the mirror and love who you see, then hey, something wrong with you on your count. I'm comfortable with my dark skin. I'm not even worried about it.
Right.
If we would have been going at it like that, then we just would have been built for it. That's what boot camp is.
Yes.
It ain't just all about rocking fatigues and everything could be camouflage. Even a well-dressed killer can be an assassin camouflage. That's how you gonna get right up on you. Can camouflage in that 3-piece suit and them hard bottoms clicking on the concrete. You gonna think, yeah, this dweeb, that's gonna be that's gonna slit you from ear to ear. He ain't gonna shoot you. He gonna get right up on you.
Right.
Look you in your eye and tell you, look, I'm doing this to you because of this. And that's what's happening. Then the monumental drill with Pete Rock, that was
I was just about to say that. Yes.
That's it. We got Pete Rock doing a whole album with Smiff N Wessun. That's monumental, D. That's it.
That album was insane, man. That was, and like with like me and Mr. Walt, and obviously you. Pete Rock is one of my favorite producers. He taps right into the streets, and he gives him like what I always say about you guys is sinister beats with the melodic undertones, and it just bring people in.
Yeah. So if you, again, like you just said, if you holding up a mirror to it, that's damn near like how these young people saying that's demon time because it's so dark and gloomy. Now, but we telling you, we bringing light because only light can cut through the dark with the lyric. So you got to find that balance, that yin and yang, and that's what Tech and Steel is.
Exactly. I mean, like I go back to the Rude Awakening, just the beginning of the first song, Daybreak Hits Upon My Camp Once More, Get Up. Man, that song needs to be played on the radio every day.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm scared to click over.
Well, I mean, if it go off, call me right back.
I say no more. I'm just telling them they banging my line like crazy.
Okay, and hit that, and then I'll address my listeners, and then when you come back, we'll keep it going, and then let me know how much time you got.
All right, that's what's happening. But we can click. We can time it until we click off if it goes off.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man, but it's just one of those things. When I listen to your music, like you said, man, it is an elevation. Oh, that's my man Tech from is that you? Oh, he must have me on hold. For those who listening, who just tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Thank you everybody in the chat room. As you know, this is Built for This Network, Build and Destroy podcast. I have a special guest from the Boot Camp Clique, as well as from Super MC Smiff N Wessun. He's 50% of the group. Tech and his like as he stated, his PNC Steel is in his partner, his rappy, as we say in Chicago, is rappy, and I'm truly enjoying this. If you have never heard of this group, like I was just telling him, this is music that if you are not a listener, you just can't hear his music. You have to be a listener because it sounds sinister, as he said. These are sinister sounds, but there's a melodic undertone in this precautionary rap. I don't call it gangster rap or street rap or thug rap. I call it precautionary songs because they will mention to you throughout each and every one of their songs that these are things that they have been through. These are things that they are viewing. These are things that they don't want you to deal with. And in the event that we're unable to reconnect, this is a major part of the show today because I'll get into some of the show for later until he